Hey everyone, it's Lynn Smythe from the Creative Cottage. Thank you for taking the time to visit my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do something that I said I would never do, be on camera. So if you've been watching my channel, you'll see that I have different playlists, and one of those playlists is Meet the Artist, where I'll go over a few pieces by a particular jewelry artist, like I did Mary Watson a few weeks back, and I also did one for my own fused glass jewelry. And today I'm going to do a couple of my beaded macrame purses, or beaded macrame necklaces. So let me turn the camera around so you don't have to look at me. Yay! So anyhow, I've been beading and doing crafty stuff for many, many years. I originally started out doing a lot of the bead woven jewelry, loom woven, all those different stitches, but using these little tiny glass beads like the size 11, size 15, and I'm gonna be 60 years old later this year, and my eyesight and hand-eye coordination just aren't what they used to be. So that's why a few years ago I started doing the fused glass pieces, and you saw, I think I did 20 of my pendants on one of my other videos. And then I thought, well, instead of just putting them on a chain or one of the ribbon pendants, I could also do the macrame using beads from other artists that I admire. So, most people think of macrame, you might think of this cord. This is hemp cord. It comes in a gazillion colors, and this is just a simple little macrame bracelet I made with 3 pink glass beads, and it's got a simple clasp. It's just the slider. You just pull it open or pull it closed to make it bigger or smaller. The only problem with hemp versus like waxed linen and other cords, see, the hemp has a tendency to fray, so you either need to put like a drop of like fray tack or hypotube cement, or like I did here, I just put a small seed bead tied a knot to prevent it from totally coming undone. Then if you're really doing the fine macrame, I can't think, there's a couple artists out there that do these amazing pieces on multiple colors using finer cords, kind of micro macrame. This is Ceylon. It comes in a bunch of different colors. You can find it at most jewelry supply houses or beading stores. I think it was originally used by both bookbinders and weavers, like people that are making rugs. And the beaders discovered you can use this for all kinds of things. You can even use it like if you're doing pearls or faux pearls, you could use this to knot in between the pearls or other beads. But what I use most of the time, I used to use waxed linen, like 1mm waxed linen, comes in all kinds of colors, or used to come in all kinds of colors. Nowadays, I'm really only finding like black, off-white, brown, maybe orange. So a few years ago, I switched to waxed polyester, and this is 2-ply waxed polyester. Comes in a gazillion colors. I think originally when I bought this, it was 144 meters. I paid $5 or $6 per spool. I think that might be up to $6 or $7 now. But I've had this for years, and I still got a ton. So once you make the investment to buy the different colors, you're going to have enough cord forever. And like I said, you can find this in every color, red, white, blue, purple, pink, orange, silver, whatever floats your boat. So I'm just going to show you real quick a few of the pieces I've made over the past couple of years with the wax linen. What's this little thingy there? When you're finding beads to do with the macrame, you have 2 options. You either need to use all beads with larger holes so the macrame will fit through, or you can wrap the macrame cord around the outside. Today it doesn't want to focus. And then I always choose a focal point. Like these are two of my fused glass pendants that I've made. This one's kind of lime green, aqua, all kinds of colors. So I put these little aluminum jump rings on it, and I'm gonna do a little macrame cord for this. This one is actually a fused glass bead that I made. See, it has a hole, so you can fit quite a few cords through there. And this one has a little gold tone butterfly decal, and then some dichroic glass down there. And then today I started a new one, and I'm going to show you work in progress. So this is a fused glass pendant I made a few years ago. To me, it reminds me of Florida because I moved to Florida in 1991, originally from upstate New York. It's kind of got the basic shape of the state of Florida. So it's like, well, Florida and these colors are kind of what? The ocean, the sun, sand. So I thought, oh, I should do like an ocean themed necklace. And then I was at a recycled craft place a month or so ago and got these little wire wrapped glass fish beads. I thought they would work well. So I did half of the necklace already and finished it off with a button. And this is the other half waiting to go. I just tied a lark's head knot to this aluminum jump ring, added my first bead, and then I'll just mirror what I did on the first side. You might be thinking, why does she have so much cord? Macrame sucks up cord like most people suck up air. You'll need much, much more cord than you think you really need. So, I mean, you can add cord after the fact if you run out. It's happened to me a few times. But, yeah, I always work with crazy amounts of thread. So I'll just show you real quick a couple of my beaded macrame necklaces. And I might put these on my eBay or Etsy store. I don't know if there's any interest in these kind of handmade, artisan, crafty stuff, or if everybody's like, oh, I can make that myself. Why would I pay that much money when I can make it myself? So some of these have my own fused glass pendants. Some of them don't. So this one, it's fun, kind of purpley, lavender, fuchsia. These are some lampwork glass beads I've had in my collection for many years. Then these are some vintage glass beads. I used to have a bead store years ago. So I used to have lots of beads. Then these are some, what do you call these? Cane beads or furnace beads. They've got quite large holes. And these are kind of crow beads or pony beads, but they're glass, not plastic. And then you just kind of repeat the pattern. And on this one, I use this little hook for the closure, so you can just get it on and off. And you just attach the macrame right to the cord, to the closure. What I like about the wax cord is it kind of sticks to itself. So unlike hemp, which has a tendency to fray, the wax linen and wax polyester cord kind of sticks to itself. So when you're finishing it, you don't have to worry about like burning the ends or gluing the ends. It just all kind of sticks to itself. And I like to use buttons as a clasp. This is a mother of pearl button I had in my collection. So you just do a simple loop where you go around the shank of the button and then knot back on itself, and then you do a loop. So very simple closure. Again, you see right now I only really have 2 of these wax polyester cords in stock, so all my projects are purple and kind of ocean blue. That's okay, these are my favorite colors. So just all different glass beads. This is I think it's serpentine. Yeah, I think serpentine. So see, when you've got beads with smaller holes, here's the workaround. I probably was able to fit, this probably has 4 cords. I was able to fit 2 cords through the hole, and then you kind of just wrap the other cords on the outside. It gives you a little different look. Kind of funky, artisan. This piece actually is the wax linen, because I know I used to find, I think it was on Amazon, a set of 3 of the bookbinding threads. It was a spool of black, a spool of the brown, and the spool of the orange. But I've used it all up. So here's one of my fused glass beads. Again, you can see it's got a hole. So it's quite big, so you can fit all the cord through the hole. And then I've got some more of these furnace beads. These are vintage glass beads made in Japan. These are amber, actual amber. And then you kind of just repeat the pattern. And this was, I got these wooden beads years ago on Etsy. And I bought a big bunch of them, and I still have some in stock. So I just use them often for these macrame necklaces. Hang on, if I can get this back on. Problem with my lighting, I think I like how my lighting is finally set up, but now I'm kind of running out of room. Like everything's all crammed on my desk now. I used to just sit here and do these videos and the unboxings, and now I'm finding with all these lights, I don't know if I need to get like a shelf or something to do the lights to free up my desk space. Still kind of figuring stuff out. And then, let's see, do this one. I really like this fused glass bead. It's got kind of lavender for the base. Then I use this confetti glass, which has blue, fuchsia, cranberry, green, and then these little black stringers. Oops. There you go. So you see, this hole is really quite big, because I actually did the square knot, and the square knot fit through here no problem, and you can see it still have plenty of room. And these are some glass beads made in Czechoslovakia, because I got them years ago. More of the furnace glass or the cane beads, furnace glass, just seed beads, and the same wood button. And here's another lampwork bead that I've had in my collection for a while. This cool little fish bead, but most lampwork glass beads have quite large holes, so you see I was able to fit the thread all the way through the fish with no problem. And then these smaller beads, I was able to fit 1 or 2 cords through the middle, and then had to wrap the rest of the cord around the outside. Yeah, and just keep repeating the pattern. And again, a wooden bead. Surprise! Come on. And here's a set of 2 lampwork glass beads from my collection. I probably got these beads. My daughter is in her late 20s now. When she was barely walking, I used to do bead shows, outdoor bead shows and craft shows. And there used to be a beach show every year up in Havana, Florida. That's up just outside of Tallahassee. I don't even know if it's going on anymore. So I got these years and years and years ago. And more of the furnace beads. I love the furnace beads. It's really large holes, so you can put the cord right through it. You can see in this necklace, I didn't have to wrap the cord on the outside of any of the beads. These beads I chose all have really large holes. And again, the little button closure and the loop. And one last one, a little bit different. Still beaded macrame, but instead of the glass, I used gemstones, because I had these turquoise donuts and tiger eye for quite a while. So this is actual real turquoise and real tiger eye. And so I used a bigger donut for the focal point. and smaller donut going up the necklace, and then some turquoise beads, and same wooden button closure. I really like this one. And you just attach the cord like using a lark's head knot. Pretty simple. And then I just really either do a half knot or square knot. Like I said, there's all kinds of different knots you can use. But these are just really simple projects. Like I said, I'm just trying to keep busy and still create some beaded jewelry projects with my eyesight and coordination not being quite what they are. I'm trying to, what is it? Keep it simple, stupid. I'm just afraid if I try anything too complicated, I'll get frustrated because I'll struggle through it. And yeah, like I said, the one that I did today, once I picked out my focal point and then went through my collection of beads to find the beads that I wanted to use, this actually went together pretty quickly. And the second half is going to be even quicker because, the first half, you're kind of figuring out how many knots between each group of beads and how long do you want to make it. But now I can just mirror this side, looking at this side. So, yeah. So, like I said, I'll probably, after this video's done, take some time to get some pictures taken so I can list some of these items on eBay or Etsy or Poshmark. I haven't figured out where yet. Handmade, one of a kind. You're not going to see it anywhere else. It's not going to be available in catalogs or anywhere. So, they've just been kind of sitting in jewelry trades because how much jewelry can you wear at a time? So anyhow, like I said, if there's anything you're interested in purchasing from this video or any of my other videos, just reach out to me, sales@thecreativecottage.net, or look in the description box below the video. Right now, the majority of my items are listed on eBay. That may change. I've been having some issues with eBay. I don't just sell on eBay. I also, make the occasional purchase, and I had won a lot of copper jewelry and got the notice from eBay. Congratulations, you're the winner. Time to pay. And I was going to pay through PayPal. And the seller messaged me through eBay saying, don't pay through PayPal. I changed my mind about selling. I'm like, okay, maybe they're having personal problems, or I had an order I placed on Poshmark one time and they just could not find the item I purchased. They were very apologetic and were like, I don't just list my own items, I list stuff for other people and I just can't find this item. It's like, fine, no problem, just refund my money. But what got me on this eBay auction, because after this happened to me, I did some research. Oftentimes the seller realized they sold the item they didn't get enough money. Like, did they forget to set a reserve, or they did further research and saw it was worth more money? So that's what happened. So they said, I'm not going to sell. I'm like, fine. Went back and forth. I got my money refunded. Well, I never even paid. I'm like, you have to notify eBay just to make sure I don't get dinged for canceling the order. So we took care of that. And today, because I like this one particular style of copper jewelry, I saw it relisted by the same person. So in a buy it now listing instead of an auction. And I was like, that's kind of crappy. I won the auction. Isn't that a binding contract? So let me know in the comments if anything like that has happened to you before. I was going to give them the benefit of the doubt. It's like maybe they had a personal crisis or something and they wouldn't be able to ship out or whatever, or they decided to keep it from themselves. But, I had almost paid. I was really excited about winning the auction and I was about to pay and they messaged me. Anyhow, I need to stop talking, ring it over. Oh my goodness. So let's see if I can flip this over. So here's some of the beaded macrame necklaces. Just real simple. This is the kind of stuff you can take with you, you know, go out in your porch or whatever, put in your purse and work on, because it doesn't take a lot of beads. It's not like the sea beads where you need tons of different colors, all kinds of beads, and it's very tedious and you're often following a pattern. This is just like pick out the color cord, pick out a focal point, pick out some accent beads, and just start tying knots. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. Again, this is Lynn Smythe from the Creative Cottage, and have a great day.